So I'm going to pick out a few salient points on this document and let you have a look at them and let me know what you think. I'll also leave a link below for you to go and have a look at this document for yourself if you want to read it in full.
So this is the document here that I was referring to in the introduction there. The Post Office Horizon Scandal, Justice for Subpostmasters. I'm going to look at these two sections here. The summary, introduction, background, business and trade committee scrutiny, and the Horizon shortfall scheme. Now, as I say, it's a very long document, 61 pages. I'm not going to go through it all. This video will probably last maybe 5 or 6 minutes. I'm not going to go much more than that. But we'll start off with this bit here, the introduction. So this is section 1, introduction and background. And I'll read this. The Horizon scandal saw thousands of subpostmasters subject to wholly unjustified punishments, including suspension, dismissal, criminal conviction, and wrongful imprisonment. Well, no shit, Sherlock, eh? It says this was after the Post Office Limited's Fujitsu developed Horizon IT scheme or system falsely showed shortfalls in their accounts. Post Office Limited demanded that subpostmasters repay these fictitious losses, and that's exactly what they were. They were fictitious losses. They were not losses at all. There wasn't even a penny lost. It was this crap system. But the post office allowed Fujitsu to palm off on them. And it goes on to say, and used Horizon data to investigate and take action against the postmasters. Many sub-postmasters suffered severe financial, reputational, and personal harm, and a really bad bit here, several took their own lives. Well, you have to ask, what was going off in the post office? What did the likes of Venables, Van der Bogert, and this Alice Perkins, and Tim Reed, and all these John L. Singh people, what the hell were these people thinking? They knew there was something wrong with this. They didn't dare admit it because they would lose face. Well, hard luck. They have now. But we'll have a look a bit further on. So, this is the overview of the redress schemes, okay? Now, the same progress has been made across all the redress schemes since our last report in both redress offers and payment rates, despite a continuing number of increase of claims. 11,300 claimants had received redress payments by 2026 January, and approximately 1.44 billion has paid out. Right, so here, right, the conclusion of all that junk we've just seen before, I'm not going to go through all that. But the committee says, we welcome the significant progress that has been made since our last report in delivering redress. We recognise that payment rates have improved across all schemes. However, we regret that thousands of subpostmasters are still waiting for the full and final redress they are owed. This makes me think that the government, particularly, and post office specifically, are hanging around to see how many people die before they have to start truly paying out. And the more people that die, that's a lot of money that they're going to save, which we'll have a look at a little bit further down here. There's something very interesting in this document, so we'll have a nip down and have a look at it. So here we are. This is one of the recommendations. It says Post Office Limited and the government must make every effort to ensure that outstanding offers are issued and remaining claims are fully settled. Without exerting pressure on vulnerable claimants, we recommend that every effort be made to ensure that all redress payments are complete in 2026. Yep, and I'll bet that'll happen too. Now, this is the Horizon Shortfall Scheme, section 3 of this document. Now, there's a few interesting bits in this here. It's being one of them. A claimant was offered £20,000 under the HSS, as the Horizon Scheme shortfall, and went on to receive 854,000 under the HSSA. Now, this is where people were appealing the figure. So it goes to show, in fact, I'll carry on because it'll show you here it is, look. Awards increased from 400,000 to 1.4 million and from 118,000 to 1.15 million following reassessment. And these were people who appealed through the HSSA. So that makes me think, was £854,000 and 1.15 million and 1.18 million, was that what they could have paid in the first instance without being tight gits and thinking, we'll give these people bugger all and let's see if we can get away with it? Because that whole thing there, that's exactly what that stinks of to me. But anyway, here we go. It says Post Office Limited has acted pragmatically in administering the payment of fixed sum offers under the Horizon Shortfall Scheme. We welcome the large number of claims that have been paid over the last year via this route. Well, if that isn't the fox guarding the hen house, I don't know what is. This is the conclusion again of all the rubbish we saw above, and it says, the government has not properly implemented Sir Win Williams's recommendation to provide legal advice for HSS claimants. Subpostmasters have already waited for too long for the redress they owed. Well, that's the government dragging its feet. Whoever these people are inside government that are supposed to be doing this, they are taking their time, and they're taking their time to an extreme. But anyway, it says requiring subpostmasters to progress through the HSS without legal support, merely to reach the stage at which they can obtain funded advice when appealing through the HSSA, adds delay without benefit. Again, that's a point that tells the committee have told the government, stop dragging your feet, because that's what they're doing. And it says they should not be subjected to further unnecessary obstacles to their redress. Legal advice should be available early in the process, as Sir Win Williams originally recommended.
So there you have it. That's the report that was sent out earlier this week for the government to read. If anybody can really be bothered to read it, that is. This whole debacle is exactly that, a debacle. Why could they not just get on with it and give these people what they deserve? The post office, as I mentioned earlier, are the foxes guarding the hen house. Phew, dear. I mean, I'm really, really angry about all this. I'm not even a postmaster. I've never worked for the post office. Well, I was a postman for about 3 weeks, I think it was, something like that, 40 Christmases ago. But it's wrong. This should stop. They should get on with it and let these people live peaceful lives from now on, instead of making them suffer and suffer and suffer. Oh, and if you like this video, please subscribe to the channel and leave me a comment below.